Hi people, I want to introduce you to Doodley the Skeleton, which is actually a fully rigged hand-drawn character made entirely in Blender. Doodley was rigged with Rigify. Rigify is actually a part of Blender. You don't have to download this add-on, just find it in Preferences and activate it. You can easily work with different rigs. I just find Rigify cool and easy to use after some practice. If you want to dive deeper into Rigify, I strongly suggest tutorials made by LollypopMan. I leave the link to his channel in the description below. Also, if you are new to Grease Pencil, I would strongly suggest to check out great GP tutorials by Dedouze. They cover the basics and so much more. The first thing you want to do is to design the front view of our character. It can't be anything really complicated. If you want to go for photorealism, it won't stand. But if you want to create a highly stylized, sketchy character which can be actually manipulated in 3D space to a reasonable level, you can give it a try. After creating a new Grease Pencil object, set the drawing plane to front mode and activate the mirror modifier. It would make things much faster, I guess. At the beginning I made a new GP layer and call it a sketch. It will work as a basis for further artwork. After getting a right look, I turned the opacity of a sketch layer down and started creating a bunch of separate layers for different body parts. After drawing a flat skull, I added some dimension to it by selecting some points in the middle and moving them around with proportional editing on. Same thing goes to the body. Notice that I don't use the fill bucket tool, but paint the fill manually. It's kind of necessary. We need some vertices to play around. If I would go for a fill bucket tool, I would end up with vertices on the edge of the shape and no vertices inside. That would make the shape almost impossible to manipulate in a way I want to. I've drawn the legs in the separate layer, bent it a little bit in the edit mode and added the feet. To do that, I changed the stroke placement from origin to 3D cursor, put the 3D cursor on the ground and changed the drawing plane to top. More or less the same thing goes with the arms. Draw it and tweak it in the edit mode. You can use the sculpt mode as well. Edit mode works fine with me though. Palms and fingers will be on separate layer. I decided to go for a normal, fully rigged 5-fingered hand. You can go with something easier at the beginning. If you need to do a fully rigged hand, it's a good idea to draw each segment of a finger with a separate stroke. It's easier to manipulate them later on. I'm pretty much done with skeleton. Let's move it upwards so its feet would touch the ground at 0.0.0 XYZ coordinates and apply all the transform. I can start working with Rigify Meta Rig. I have added a human Meta Rig, positioned it more or less to match Doodley and applied the transforms. After that I went to edit mode and started to make all the bones fit the drawing. I deleted the facial bones, they are no use for me this time since Doodley barely has a face. It's time to generate the Riggify Rig from the Meta Rig I've created. Hit the generate rig and voila! After that, I made some little tweaks to the drawing and applied the mirror modifier. Remember about it, otherwise it would be a real mess further on. As far as I know, automatic weights barely work with grease pencil objects, so I just parented the skeleton grease pencil object to the armature with empty groups and started to weight paint the whole character. Weight painting for grease pencil kind of sucks. It doesn't have all the cool features that you got while working with regular 3D objects, and best thing you can do is go to the grease pencil object data properties panel, find the vertex groups tab and go one by one adding weights manually. If you want to erase something, you need to set the weight to 0 and paint with it. It's a painful process, but I guess pain is a part of existence as well. Deal with it. But seriously, I hope the grease pencil weight painting system will get some more attention from the developers. By the way, grease pencil developers, you're brilliant. You've created a tool I always dream about since I started my adventures with animation. You're the best. Now it's time for some tests. I will stretch Doodley around to find out if everything is fine with weights. To make Doodley's eyes and mouth, I decided to create another grease pencil object, and instead of weight painting I just parented the whole object to the armature and particularly to a DEF spine 006 bone, which controls our head. By doing it in this way, I would be able to animate the eyes and mouth frame by frame, while the whole character is already posed. I will make some animation with him in the next video, hopefully anytime soon, and place him in some nice hand-drawn 2D/3D environment. Oh, one more thing. I will just put the noise modifier on Doodley. It's not necessary, but it looks dope for me. Okay, brilliant. I guess that's all for today. I hope that some of you will be able to create some magnificent characters, or at least I hope you had some fun watching the creation of Doodley. See you around, people. Bye!